Hey kids, welcome back to Worth the Spin. I'm your host, Jack. Alright, thanks for tuning in to my channel. Hopefully you watched my last video and enjoyed it somewhat. We were talking about Japanese Beatles albums. So not to ruin the surprise of what we're going to talk about today, but it's probably going to be more Beatles Japanese albums. So I kind of finally decided, I'm going to look into these. I've heard about them for years, and I go to some record shows and they're like, kind of silly money. So I've been doing this Whatnot thing, and if you haven't done that, Whatnot's a great place. I think depends on the sellers, but I found a couple of really good sellers, especially one in particular, and I've been getting some really nice price stuff from him. And these things are like mint, it's fantastic. Um, but I think I got one for sure. I think maybe two more coming, and then it's going to kind of be it for a while. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break from them. Running out of Monopoly money here. As you all know, being Beatles fans, this is a tough end of year for us. We have the anthology gig coming out here and everything that involves that. Now we have the Wings deal out that just came out. We had that album and the book, which I don't have yet. Don't have the album yet, and the special that is coming up. So. And we have Ringo Starr's re-releasing his first four albums, plus I Want to Be Santa Claus. So that one too. So there's five if you look at it that way. That is being released on his website. So the albums, Ringo's albums, we'll do a quick overview here so we know where we're at, just in case for some reason somebody's not, what? There's new Ringo stuff. Yeah, there is. It's not really new. It's reissue stuff. So Ringo's re-releasing his first four albums, and they are on colored vinyl because the world cannot live with regular black vinyl; it must be colored. Also, I found on his site is the first vinyl pressing. What will be the first vinyl pressing of "I Want to Be Santa Claus" because that was originally released on CD only. So they had that on vinyl too. So if you don't have that, or if you just have it on CD, I have the CD, but I don't really listen to CDs, so I want the vinyl. So I ordered it. Since I'm getting the other four, chuck in another $20 and get that too. So I'm waiting on those to show up. According to FedEx, they should have had them twice already in the past 2 days, but they seem to have drove past my house, went back near where they picked them up, and then came back this way just to take them back to the warehouse again. So now I'm hearing tomorrow, so we'll see. My 3-disc Wings Greatest is making better progress. I ordered that way late, but it's making really good progress so far. It's like halfway here in a day. That's pretty good. But as much postage as they charge for shipping, you should get that kind of service. Since I had to get it from the website, I didn't have to. I was looking at different prices, and the way things worked out, I was just like, a few extra dollars, 15 or so, and I'll just get it from McCartney's website, and I'll get the online exclusive vinyl colors. So if you get from his website, there are the 3-disc colors that are not on the regular sets. The other sets, there's like, I don't know, there's a single vinyl, and then there's a single vinyl green from Target. There's a 2 vinyl set. There's a CD set. There's a 2 CD set. There's a 3 album set. McCartney website exclusive colors, 3 album set, regular colors. It's ridiculous. So I figured, you know what, I'm getting it from the website. I'll pay the little extra money, and I'll get the special website colors, and it'll be a little bit more unique than what the regular ones are. Ringo, I'm waiting on still. Ringo was I got lucky because when I went on there and looked at it, originally I'm like, wow, that's a lot, man. For some it was good. It'd be good to get the remastered versions of these albums. I think they're great albums. But Ringo was sold out, so I was like, man, I'll just wait because now the other 3 I doubt will sell out. So Ringo is the big one, so I figured I'll just wait a little bit and I'll get it later on. And I went on there and I checked for something. I got a notice. Hey, here's 10% off if you want to check out your cart that you still have. So, which is welcome 10, by the way. You didn't hear that from me. So I said, let me go do it. 10% doesn't knock the postage off because postage is high on these websites. So I'm like, yeah, knock the postage off. Had a little bit of extra Monopoly money. It fell into my lap. And I figured I'm going to go ahead and just get the 3. And then I got on there, and it turned out that they did have the Ringo album in stock again. Very limited stock, it said. And it also had up I Want to Be Santa Claus. So Ringo's album, it was released and it's on CD only. And this is the first vinyl pressing of it, I believe. So I got that too. It was I don't know, $20 extra. If you're gonna splurge into it, just splurge into it, you know. So I did it because even though I have the CD, I don't listen to CDs, and I was hoping that his stuff that was that short period there that was put on CD only would be put on a vinyl, and they're doing it. So might as well get it while you can get it, because a lot of it's kind of limited. So you can get it, you might as well get it. So we'll look at those when they show up. Oh, there's also John Lennon Camp has Happy Christmas, War is Over. It's one of those goofy Zoetrope 12-inch things with just that song on the A side. B side is Don't Worry, Kyoko Mommy's Only Looking for a Hand in the Snow, and something else by some people that are not. Whose last name's on N and Lennon. But I was going to get that, but it's like $25. And to really get the effect, again, it's one of those deals you gotta watch it spin with your phone with an app, and I'm not gonna stand there and watch a record spin. I want to sit in my chair over there and listen to it. So I'm gonna pass on it for now. I might get it later. And there are the 2 Christmas 45s, which I haven't pulled the trigger on those yet because I have the originals. So I don't know if I want to pay the exuberant, to me it's exuberant, price to get these remastered singles. Happy Christmas, War is Over, and here with the reprint of the original sleeve and green vinyl, which is what the 45 originally came out on, and Paul McCartney's Happy what is it? Christmas Time is Here. No, it's the Beatles, you goofball. Anyway, Paul McCartney's Christmas song being re-released on colored vinyl 45. I think they're like $20 a piece, and shipping is like crazy, like $12, $13. I'm like, what? So I don't know if I'm gonna get those or not. Like I said, I have the originals, so I know it's a lot of money for postage just to get what I've already got, you know, remastered or not. But anyhow, so that's the update I have for you, and we're gonna move on. So let's talk about some more Japanese vinyl albums. Alrighty, so next one up on our list, because this is the next one, the numbered system here, and the next one that's in my rack over here. Here's the Beatles' second album. And this is your front cover. And this is the Japanese version. So on the Flag series, the company that, or country that the album originated from is what the flag is. So this would be the Japanese version. And the songs have a different track list there. So this is a very good sounding album. Again, you know, the bass is played way down, but that's okay. Still sounds really good. I like it. So it's your front album cover. It's kind of cool. You got your obi strip. This is your back cover, which is interesting. And that's what they chose. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So I like that. And then inside you have your Japanese/English info and lyric sheet. And we also have, so when these came out, early versions were released with the black inner sleeves, later versions with the goofy little rice things. We're not taking that out. We did that last time, and I had rice sleeve things all over the place that I had to pick up, so we're not going to do that this time. So I got mine. I got both in here, which is interesting. But anyway, so that's fine with me. See? Tried to take it out. Look what happened. Alright. Don't mess with that rice sleeve stuff. This will be your vinyl. And this was originally released in 76. And this is your A side. And this is your B side. And yes, this record is as clean and as beautiful as it looks on here. All of these I have gotten to just look amazing. And again, we talked last time about the fact how that's because the Japanese take care of their stuff and don't just slide it around, and they play it and they put it back in the sleeves, and they take care of it so it it looks good down the road. And I'm all for that. Even when I was a kid, I would do that. I did everything I could to keep my, not just my records, but everything else that I had bought as minty as possible. And we're gonna slide that right back in there, kids. I'll tell you why we're gonna do it like this. So you put the record in there and push, and then that rice paper sleeve will slide right back into place. And the reason that we're worried about doing that is because my mind won't let me just say, I'm just going to toss it in the floor and worry about it later. I have to fix it now. So I fixed it now so we can move on. All right, Beatles' second album sounds really good. This has pretty much the same sound or same track listing as the American album. Sounds really good. The bass is played down a little bit. We talked about how the bass is a little non-existent on some of these albums, and that's because they live in really thin-walled houses, so you don't want to upset your neighbor too much. They might be a samurai, and that wouldn't be good. So, worth the spin. These are worth the spin. They're really cool. And I've seen them too on eBay. Matter of fact, I got one from eBay because nobody had it, and I'm like, oh, it's very expensive to get. And I got it from eBay for $38 shipped from Japan. And the crazy thing is, the thing came in like freaking 4 days. This is just an amazing. But when we get to that, we'll talk about that, and I'll talk about the seller I bought it from, because if you're looking for them, I think they are a great place to get them from. Very reasonably priced. The shipping is reasonably priced. There's no tariffs, and man, that sucker shipped fast. Alrighty, now we're going to look at the Beatles number 5. And the Beatles number 5 is a repressing of the original Japanese version of Beatles 65, because we have the Japanese obi there. And there's your obi strip. That's your front cover. We'll take a look at your back cover, which is also different than the American version of Beatles 65. So that's pretty cool. No, I will not take the obi off so you can get a better look, because I'm not going to lose one or tear one, because they are a little fragile-ish. So I don't want to do that. Sorry, guys. This came with the black inner sleeve. Has the black inner sleeve in there. It also has the rice sleeve in there, which we're going to leave where it's at. This would be your A side of this album. It sounds good, by the way. They have dumbed down bass. Still, it sounds very good. There's a few things else that I noticed. It's like you listen to the original version, and then you listen to this, and you're like, wow, there's some stuff missing. But hey, I hear some stuff I didn't hear before. So when you take something away, sometimes you gain something. So you will hear some things that you didn't hear before. Just other little musical instruments. Some of them I can't recognize. Trombone, and stuff like that. So, but anyhow, this is a really good copy. And I don't have a ton of background info on these albums for you. They're just basically a repressing of the American. The series is the repressings of the American, British, and Japanese versions of these albums, just down the road in the late 70s, early 70s, 73 to 76, I believe. And just albums that were expensive you can't get again, and to get the Beatles back out there again into the public's forefront. Alrighty. This one is Help! I Need Somebody. That's your front cover. And again, sounds great. And this is your back cover. And your OB on here is the American flag. So this is the American version of the album. And what's cool, or it's not that cool, I guess, is it is a gatefold, and that's your inside. So that's really cool. All right. There's some songs are spelled differently, basically wrong on here. So I guess they didn't get everything right. Sounds good though. Again, your bass is a little dumbed down. Your bassy instruments are a little bit dumbed down compared to their original versions, but they still sound really good. I mean, it seems to sound good. And I've just not seen a Japanese album yet, either a record show or online or whatever, that looks like crap. You will find some that have the OBs missing, But you want to try to get them with the Obies. Spend the extra few dollars and get the Obie strip, because they really kind of add to the album and the collectability and the appeal, I think, of the album. All right, next one up. I was excited to get this one because I love this album. It is, Magical Mystery Tour. And it is, yes, the American version because it has the American flag. That's your front side. And if it will let me, we will look at the back side. And we will say it is a gatefold and it looks just like the American version. So you open her up and there you go. And it still has the book to it attached. So that's really cool. It's in fantastic condition. The book looks great. It's still attached, which is great. Even though this is a repressing from '76, it's hard to find them with the any era that has the books glued in still. So that's really cool. Sounds great. Again, sounds great. Just pretty much like the American album. I think for the most part they've used the American master tapes for this. And you do have the fake stereo on the B side. Songs 3, 4, and 5. Strawberry Fields Forever, Penny Lane, and All You Need Is Love, I believe, if I'm correct. And I may be wrong. If I am, feel free to tell me. All right, again, awesome album, worth the sound, fantastic pickup. If you can get some of these guys, get them. I say, if there's albums that you want to get, you're kind of waiting. I don't want to say anything, but I would think now would be a good time to get some of those more harder to find, or those albums that, I want to get it, I just don't want to spend the money on it now, kind of albums. We only have 2 Beatles left, and, God willing, they'll be here for another 20 years, 30 years. But, it's going to be very tough and very expensive to get stuff down the road. That's all I'm saying. Alrighty, so next up is Hey Jude. And yes, it's the American version because it has the American flag on the Obie. It's not much different here in this, and it's pretty much the master tapes from the U.S. album. Sounds good. Bass again. It's a little dumbed down, but that's okay. And I tell you the other albums that's in this series. And again, this comes with a black inner sleeve. And our favorite thing about it, the rice paper sleeves that come out and fall on the floor and are very hard to get picked back up again and put back into the albums. That is a lot of fun. And this would be your A side, kids. And this would be your B side. And you see how beautiful it looks? All these albums, every Japanese album I've bought since I've been collecting these have come that way. I haven't found one seller. Usually you'll find a seller out of a big group of them, and they'll have some albums that are a little less than nice. But every Japanese album that I have bought, and everybody I've talked to who buys them, says they're just fantastic condition albums. So that's great. All right, again, worth the spin. Pick one up, give her a spin. It's good. All right. Or you can just listen to the American one and get the extra bass. That's up to you. All right, this one here. This is number 26 in the series. And this is Meet the Beatles. And this is the Japanese version of Meet the Beatles. It's a repressing, of course, because it doesn't have the red vinyl. I looked at a couple on eBay, and I found a couple that were fairly reasonable with the red vinyl. But the Obie strips are missing. And then the Obie strips are like $30 a piece. So I'm like, that's just kind of crazy. But I like this version of the Meet the Beatles album. I like it. It's lighter. It's not so dark, and I like this color up here versus the original version on the American album. And we'll take a look at the back real quick because all your info is on the back if you can read Japanese. Alrighty. And again, this is a 76 reissue deal. Sounds good. Bass is drummed down. We're tired of hearing it. I know. And again, like the others, you get your famous info sheet in both English and American. And this one here is a later issue of this album because this one only came with the rice paper sleeve. So if you bought these, the earlier versions of these you buy, you will get a black inner sleeve. The later versions, you get the rice paper sleeve. And then there are a few like that I have are a transition from the black sleeve into the plastic one, and the rice paper one, and you get both of them. So that's kind of cool. We'll take a look at our album for Meet the Beatles. So side A, side B. Again, yes, it looks as beautiful as you think it looks there. And yes, it sounds even better. These things are so quiet. I've hardly on any of these have I heard any static. These are so quiet that on my Forever series of Abbey Road that I have, which I think I talked about last time, Her Majesty is on there. There's a longer gap between the end and Her Majesty. And it's a bit longer than it is on the other two albums, the American and British ones. So I'm like, whoa, okay, I guess they didn't put it on there. But then it kicked in. I'm like, wow. And that whole time was just complete, utter silence. So from 76 to 2025, not hardly a bit of static. These things are fantastic. They hold up extremely well. They sound great. Unless you're a big bass guy, you probably will not like these too much. All right, so that's that. And that is certainly worth your spin. Everything is worth, like I said again, everything is always worth a spin. You don't know if you're gonna like something unless you listen to it. Alrighty, so that's what I got for you today on part 2 of the Japanese Beatles albums. Next time will be part 3, and we'll wrap this up. Maybe I'll get my other 1 or 2 in the mail by then. We can toss those in there too real quick. But yeah, these I think they're worth buying. They're pretty awesome. I love the flags on there. I love the extra artwork and alternate artwork and stuff like that. Here's that's what the spines look like, by the way. And they sound fantastic. They really do. So it's a great little collectible. You can't have too many copies of Magical Mystery Tour or, Help. Maybe you can. It's Beatles 65, but the other ones, you can't. So that's pretty awesome stuff. It's good. I like them. They sound really great. And they come in fantastic condition. And as far as I'm concerned, they're very affordable. So, yeah, try them out. Get you 1 or 2 and try it. See if you like it and then, go from there. All right, that's all I got for you this week. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you don't mind, please give me a thumbs up. It just makes me feel good. Makes me think that, wow, somebody did enjoy my content. And that's the whole purpose, is to try to bring some kind of entertainment to you in some form. So hopefully you get that from here. And information too, of course. Alrighty. Again, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to my channel if you like. I love to get new subscribers. Leave a comment. I love answering questions. Or pretending like I know something in order to answer questions. That's always fun. Other than that, I'll see you all next video where again we will wrap up the Japanese Beatles series, unless of course the Ringo and McCartney albums show up. Then we'll probably just talk about those and then go back to this again, because I'm excited to listen to that stuff. I'm excited to hear Ringo's stuff cleaned up and sounding better than what it regularly does. I love Ringo's music. I think he does a fantastic job, but that's my opinion only. Alright, thanks for watching me again. Again, like my video, please, subscribe. And other than that, I will see you next time. Take care. Almost forgot. When you go out there, sprinkle a little love on everybody. Because there's a lot of love needs to be given out there. A lot of unkindness going on. So let's open up our hearts and give a little love. Do something special for that person that you run into. If it's give a guy on the corner $1 or hold a door open for someone, or whatever. Hey, your hair looks nice today. Whatever. Let's give a little love, a little kindness to our fellow brothers and sisters out there, because admit it or not, we are all connected on this little tiny rock, and we're just spinning through space waiting on this Atlas 3/8 Atlas comet / UFO to come down and do what it's going to do. Paying way too much attention to that. Need to spend more time on Japanese Beatles albums. Alright, again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.